Hey YouTubers, how are you? I know it has been a really long time since I came and made a video. It's the craziest time that I could come make a video because I'm finally getting off like my spring break, no, my midwinter break. I had all week and I didn't think about making a video, but I don't know. I really have my reservations about YouTube and, constantly putting out videos. Reason being is because, a lot of times you think that you have freedom of speech, but you do have people who want to come and really press upon that freedom of speech that you have. Like, people really try to go in and violate your opinion. I think I did a Trusted Salon review, and it was just based on my experience of going there. Now I was just sharing just an honest opinion based from my perception of where I was standing and what I experienced, and people were giving me such a negative feedback on that review. And more importantly, even though this was about a year ago, more importantly, I don't think I was saying anything negative. I wasn't trying to be negative in my review at all. I was just saying, that the salon experience, I didn't go to get a consultation. It wasn't that type of experience. It was just that, I was just saying that the salon was is a very nice salon, and it's just a little expensive, because like a trim and straightening your hair can be about $150. That's a lot of money. And I'm from Brooklyn, and where we have salons that are very rarely available to us, and I don't pay $150 to get my hair trimmed and I'm blown out. So and I'm a natural, so it was just that, and people made it seem like I was just trying to be really negative about that. But anyway, moving forward, I was able to see I'm sure a lot of people have been seeing the interview that's been circulating with David Franklin, I think that's his name. Megan Good husband and her. They were I guess at a conference or something. They were being interviewed, and a older woman, you can tell she's an older woman by her voice, even though the camera never showed her face, made a comment about Megan Good and how she dressed. Devon Franklin. That's the name, Devon Franklin, and how she dressed. Now, I'm gonna just say this coming from Devon Franklin claims to be a Seventh-day Adventist, and he married Megan Good, who I don't know if she has joined the faith, but I think she has claimed to be Christian. And being that I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, I know what we represent. The woman made a comment on Megan Good and what she wears. Now, I have two feelings about this. Two perspectives. I understand where the woman was coming from, because I know what Christianity or what Seventh-day Adventist is supposed to represent. So Christianity in a whole is supposed to represent modesty in dress. But at the same time, Megan Good is, for a major part, is an individual who probably grew up maybe with a Christian family, but more so in a worldly lifestyle. Like, she is, she grew up in the entertainment business where, sex sells. So her coming from where she was to where she is now, I think that based on what she knows in her probably Christian lifestyle with her husband, is a big step up. And I think more so the way she responded to the individual was very poignant. Like, that was like, she did a great job. Like, she did not, you know, get to the level where the woman was. She was just like, you know, like, just pray for me. And I think that shows where she's in her Christian walk. You know, and it takes time. God doesn't, like, you know, do things like, God works in the way that he works. For those of you who believe in God, God works in the way that he works, and things are not overnight. Things take time. And you probably have seen some changes in how she's dressed. It may be slow. It may not be, you know, as evasive as we wanted, or as quick as we wanted to be in the human eye, but probably for making good the small changes that she has been making in her walk to present herself in the best Christian manner that she can. I think, you know, that says a lot about who she is in her walk as a Christian. But more so the way her husband approached the situation, the way he commented, I thought that was just like, in my opinion, I don't think that was the way he should have handled it, you know, because he came across very defensive, and it's just like, you know, as a man, I'm glad that he stepped up to defend his wife's honor, but he's just like, she don't wear what she want to wear, as a so-called pastor, minister, whatever have you, and you've been in the faith, like, that wasn't the way to approach it, you know. I think that I think he did it based on emotions. I didn't think that he logically took a step back and thought about his response, but Megan's good response was, I think, was humbling, and her husband's reaction was realistic, but hers was more so humbling, and it said a lot about where, you know, she is in her Christian walk. So it's just that, you know, I think sometimes as Christians we always want to point a finger at the newcomers or the new believers. You know, we always want to, because I think as Christians have been in the faith for a long time, we think that we know how it should go, what it should be. You know, we don't have like this open mind. We're very critical of non-believers and new believers, and we think that once they have entered the faith that there should be a quick turnover in every aspect of their life. And the thing is that that's not the reality, you know, because for some people it takes longer than others, but sometimes the change, the quicker change that's happening is the change that is within the spiritual change, you know, the change between that person's relationship with themselves in Christ, more so than what we see on the outward, because, you know, sometimes the work on the inside is at a faster rate than the work on the outside. So, you know, as Christians, what we want to see, we may not necessarily see, but that doesn't mean that God is not, you know, working on that individual. And, you know, I mean, yeah, what we do believe in is modesty. And I guess the bigger question for Megan Good is, how does she balance her entertainment life with her Christianity? Because, you know, there is, you know, an entertainment kind of forces you to have to look, you know, a certain way. But I don't know Megan Good. I don't know her husband per se, like personally or anything. I just know of them, and I think from where Megan Good used to be to where she is in her life now, that there has been a change. You know, it may not be drastic to the naked eye, but I think, you know, she has made the best change that she can, given where she's in her relationship in her personal walk with Christ. So yeah, so all that to say is that, you know, again, as Christians, we don't know, you know, what people are necessarily going through and how their relationship with Christ is affecting them. So we cannot be so quick to judge and point fingers. You know, we have to be realistic and humble and understanding and patient with our fellow brothers and sisters, you know, because there's many times when if we reflect back on where we are in our walk with Christ, you know, a lot of things didn't happen overnight neither. You know, it took time. So yeah, I think that woman's intention was not to hurt Meaning Good, but she probably was just coming from the perspective of an older Christian who's been in the walk for a while and just doesn't have the full comprehension of understanding that God works with us where we are. And again, Meaning Good did an awesome, she gave an awesome response. She gave a humbling and a Christian response. So all in all, just understand that where people are in their walk with Christ, that's between them and Christ, you know. And if Christ wants you to be inspired or bothered by that, you know, then make sure that whatever you're saying, that you're sharing your thoughts with that other individual, especially if it's a new believer. Make sure that you're sharing your thoughts and your criticism in love. You know, I think we have to be very mindful of how we approach people, and more so as the Christian or the new believer who is being criticized. Also, you know, let God guide your response in your thought. So that is just my small sorry, chat for the day. I don't know when's the next time I'm going to make a video. I'm hoping that at some point when the summer comes around, I can invest in some equipment so that I can start making videos and venture into some other things, because you know, I used to put out videos all the time of different things, and I think that would be great for you guys to get a small look into my journey, where I am from where I used to be YouTube making videos. Or even though I'm no longer a really big YouTuber, but hey, you never know. So that is just my take on things, and I hope that the new year has, you know, brought a lot of positivity into a lot of people's lives. And hey, we're going into February. I mean, we're ending February, we're heading into March. So I hope that, you know, a lot of the goals that people had set has come to fruition thus far. So see you guys soon. I love you all, and hopefully next time I come out I'll look a little bit better. So see you guys. Bye.